Hello, agents. Just wanted to touch base with you once again and give you my second podcast in the series of risk management. Today's podcast will be over the notice of cancellation and earnest money withdrawal. Why I'm doing this is because I'm seeing a lot of agents doing this incorrectly. I'm seeing emails come through canceling the deal with no signatures or anything. I'm seeing agents just kind of walking away after an appraisal's done wrong, or after an appraisal comes in upside down, and they're just walking away rather than protecting the client's earnest money. Okay, so your job is to protect the client's earnest money. So what we want you to do is go ahead and make sure that you're following up on each of the deadlines, and when the deadline comes, that you're telling your client, look, your earnest money is at risk. Are you wanting to back out of this file, or are you willing to risk your earnest money for due diligence or financing an appraisal? Okay, so when would you use the cancellation forms? We have three different forms here. We have what's over the MLS is the buyer's cancellation, the seller's cancellation, and also our form that we have over agent briefcase, which is release of earnest money purchase contract and release of real estate purchase contract and earnest money release to somebody. Okay, so when would you use a specific form? Now, when would you use the buyer's notice of cancellation? The buyer's notice of cancellation is used when you haven't passed your deadlines. That's the first point. So if your people want to cancel because of the buyer's due diligence, you go ahead and just have them sign earnest money to be withdrawn or given to the buyer. If it's appraisal condition, same thing. Financing condition, same thing, as long as you haven't passed, because it just gives it over to the buyer. Notice there is no signature at the bottom. It is best to go ahead and have documentation that the listing agent received this prior to the deadline, so that we can just release it and not have to worry about getting proof, any other proof or their permission or whatever. That's what that form is for. Now, seller's notice of cancellation is a little bit different. Most often it is not used. In most situations, I would not use it, but it is available to you if you want to. If you are canceling a deal based on a short sale not being approved yet, this would be the form to use to cancel it and give the earnest money back to the buyer. There's a few other reasons on here for risk of loss if there's a big fire or something like that. A couple other reasons on here, but those are the main things that I would use it for. Everything else, I would use this form here, and the reason being is because it has a hold harmless clause. Both parties agree with this contract cancellation to hold each other harmless, and they're accepting the earnest money as liquidated damages for what it was intended for. They're not going to come after each other. They're not going to come after the company for any liability, basically. That is when you would use this form. For instance, if people are a cash buyer, you would go ahead and use this form to get signatures on both to make sure that everybody is okay with the settlement, basically, and the earnest money being given to the the sellers. Whew. Anyway, so that's why you would use this form. There are so many other things. If you ever have questions, just feel free to give me a quick call, because I want to make sure that we're doing things correctly and not leaving our clients out in the dark. Look forward to continuing to serve you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to call me anytime, 801-358-6453. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll chat with you soon.